Oh, it feels so good outside. It's getting ready to rain though. But okay, guys, I wanted to come on here and just give you guys some information about some of the things that I've been coming up on and just paying attention to. Right now, when it comes to your city and state, make sure that you are fully aware because there will be some elections coming up for 2026. Now, the rollout came out December 2024. So I believe that the candidates been prepping and getting their paperwork and everything together to present to the public, which is us, the people. So there's going to be 36 states, 3 territories, and of course the two main parties, which are Republican, Democrat. However, I was paying attention to the states and I was like, oh, okay, 36 states. There are over 400 seats that is up for grabs when it comes to this election. And so the three main territories are Lieutenant, Senate, and Maine, right? So you guys can do your own research when it comes to this stuff. I'm not saying that you have to be a professional politician, but it's good to be aware of what's happening. Why? And this is crooked. Because you won't be hit with the element of surprise when it comes to what's happening in your city. Okay, so I live in an area where it's very family oriented and a lot of people believe in community around here. And so pay attention to your neighborhood, pay attention to your local stores. Does it support mothers, children? Are there any schools, activities for the children, places where the kids can go, even the elderly people that are older and might be retired, right? There goes the raining. So these are things to look out for. The businesses that are rolling in and the businesses that are rolling out. That's another thing to keep in mind because once you start to see certain things happening in your neighborhood, you're like, oh, okay, you can kind of get a scope of what it's going to be like for the next upcoming years. And of course, anything can change at any time. However, when it comes to location, when it comes to cities and states, it typically happens like this. In one state, things are happening. It begins to trickle to the next, and then the next, and then circle back around. And so by you being the public and having access to rights, utilize that, right? Utilize it and also spread the word to your family members because I don't know if it's just me, but when I get on social media and I see so many different people talking about not wanting to have friends, not wanting to be in community, not wanting to be around people, I'm like, people are watching. People are watching and they're listening, right? I'm not saying that you cannot voice who you are, you can't be authentic. I'm not saying that. But pay attention, people are watching. And so, if they say something like, well, people are getting into it with their families, they're not getting along, everybody is going no contact, this person's a narcissist, that person is a narcissist. How can we creep in? How can we benefit from this? Because people do believe in benefiting from disasters or situations that are unfortunate. So I'm gonna need you guys to keep that in mind, right? Always pay attention to that. So let's get a little deeper. When it comes to the government, yes, they like to hire spiritualists to predict to see what's going on and what's happening. You can't tell me people that are in those powerful positions as politicians or educators of the law, whatever you want to say, they're not dibbling and dabbling. And it all ties back to occultism. Because why? Humans are very thirsty, very eager for power and hierarchy. And so they're going to do whatever they need to do to fill that power and that essence. And so I've always believed that families should work together, communities work together, because you won't be so pushed out of different things when it comes to government. or they won't be allowed to come in as much, because think about it. We have laws, rules, regulations. That's over here. But when it comes to spiritual, you don't have to abide by any type of religion that you don't want to. That is a personal choice for yourself. So you shouldn't feel like you have to, hold on to something that you don't need to. That includes what's happening in the world, right? And it seems like I'm all over the place, but I'm not. I'm going to connect the dots. Think about what's happening out here in the world. People are mad. People are disgusted. People are getting into it with each other, fighting amongst each other, all of this other stuff. And again, others are sitting back like, this is what's happening. Wow, okay. So while you're distracted over here, we're doing this over here. While you're doing that over there, we're doing this back here. So you have to keep that in mind. Always follow the money. The money is going to tell you everything you need to know. Seeing what your politicians are doing, seeing what's happening in your city. I know I keep saying that, but you're going to be able to see what's going on. And also, excuse me, my nose is itching like really bad. Not participating in things that can make you feel more set behind, if that makes sense. A lot of women are saying that they don't want to have children. This is why a lot of women are believing that they're being punished in some sort of way, because they're saying that I don't want to be married, I don't want to have children, I just want to focus on my money. And so of course the government is going to hear that and say, oh, you don't want to be married? You want to have any children? Well, you will have to work harder. You want to do that? Okay, you can go off and go start your own business. Oh, we're going to mess with the funds that are supposed to help, or the funds that are supposed to help people when they become older, or if they have, or may become disabled. You understand? And so you have to keep that in mind as well. Either way, it's like, oh, got you here. Oh, got you there, right? And so I believe that America was already sold out eons ago. This is why people are able to come in and, feel like they can mark certain territories, because there are higher ups that make treaties, they make promises, they make contracts amongst higher ups, and the people that are affected the most are the people at the bottom. No one wants to believe that they're at the bottom, but listen, if people are already making decisions for you by way of your local grocery stores, your local businesses, now you can always protest, but it's already set in stone once you can see it physically. Then those people have already made the decision for you. Now, just because you have a McDonald's up the street doesn't mean that you have to eat there. Just because you might drive up a little bit and you might see like a liquor store or something, or your local grocery store may sell liquor, doesn't mean that you have to buy it. However, the decision is made already though. You don't have to participate. So always try to look for loopholes. Always try to opt out in different ways, right? Okay, they're messing with the food supply. Learn how to grow your own food. Eat healthy, right? Harvest your own things. If they are messing with, medications, try natural remedies. There's ways to get around certain things. If there are tariffs and things are going up and down, buy in bulk. Go outside. And luckily I live in a city, so I can go to different cities if I need to find certain things, if I just want to. So also, back to America already selling its own out. Just think about all of the importations that we have. It's from an outside source. So, hey, if you give me this, work with me over here, then 20 years from now, your people can come over here. So there's no shock, right, of what's happening and what's going on. So I just wanted to put that out there, you guys. And yeah, make sure you guys are doing your own research when it comes to that election we was talking about earlier.